5 in the a.m. Not we're doing that later. It's Central Standard Time. So, keeping it real, keeping it real. Plug it in, plug it in. Remember these? Remember these. It'll be so cool, right? Monitors, they used to be cool, right? Well, we got too many of them. We're going to destroy those and go ahead and recycle. Screen is scratched. The way they came, there was no way to save them. So, definitely, to me, I have to recycle these. The plastic, acrylic plastic pad that's on the inside, it's like a graph table. It's 100% acrylic. There's film in there, HDPE, pretty much not so, more so ABS. The edges are ABS. The plastic on top of the cast aluminum. It's ABS. Cast aluminum is the base. Just keeps it holding you steady. You got ABS on top of pretty much the bottom of it, but on top of the actual aluminum. Pull that off. So yeah, it's a little bit more to do. You don't want to throw these in a landfill in the trash. It's just too much can be recovered from these. So you give me just a second. That's where it's at. Cycle. Yep, recycling is a virtue. Recycling makes money. Recycling keeps you fresh. Recycling keeps the whole chain moving. Couldn't just keep buying new all the time. Products can be remade and reformatted to different items, to the same item. And that's where we're at with recycling right now. It's a smart thing to do. Because we got so many people on this planet now, we got to stay on top of the recycling effort. It has to be on top of our minds, on top of our list. Pay attention to all of it. I just think if we didn't recycle in the last 30 years, start remaking some of this stuff, we'd probably be in some serious trouble. Right now, there'd probably be a lot more trash strikes and stuff, debris and stuff all over the place, like tumbleweeds. So, it's something that had to occur. And now that we're aware of it, we're aware of certain products that emit different things in the air, atmosphere. Certain things have to be done in certain places. You can't just burn things in the middle city. You got to take it outside of the city. We would have to have a controlled area. Something like those incinerators I mentioned before. The incinerators was a reality at one time. There was no regulation against it, and they came against it eventually. Somebody came with the science to say, hey, this is wrong. Hey, this is wrong. We're not going to do this anymore. We're going to change our practices to keep the ozone layer, all these different things, the stratosphere, breathing air, oxygen, the water, the lakes, the sea, the ocean. So much plastic and debris was getting put in the ocean. Like some of these older TV shows show where even, our authorities were throwing vessels and ships and stuff into the sea. Metal in the sea, into the ocean. It's not gonna do it. I don't think it was, maybe they thought it was gonna return back to nothing. That's a way to just get rid of something and it's still there. It's sad. It's sad. Some of the stuff is still there. Some wood is still there. Trash. Waste. So this is about waste management. This is about recycling stuff before it gets to waste management. This is about reusing things. I'm not mad at this shirt I got on. Got it from a thrift store. Brand new looking shirt. Fresh smell, crispy. Iron is ready and you're ready to wear. Khaki pants, socks, and shoes, gloves, to headgear, to vest, to hazmat uniforms. Stuff that you want to have on when you're dealing with air conditioning and refrigeration. You don't want to be touching that stuff with your bare hands. Some guys do it all the time. They don't care. Some girls do it. They don't care. They don't know. Just me touching my mouth with this part of my hand to yawn. I could have transferred something chemically I haven't got pink eye or nothing yet from touching and stuff. But who knows what could allow you to ingest something and get sick, to get ill, to have a reaction, a chemical reaction. Something can be on your clothing, you can touch it, transfer it to another person, an animal. There's lots of things that you gotta pay attention to. In the last epidemic that happened, they wanted you to put the mask on, right? Wash your hands, social distancing. They wanted you to do this. I thought it should have been more. I thought everybody should wear gloves. Change your gloves out. People should wear long sleeve shirts. Something like what I do doing the recycling thing. You know, cover up. You know, it's an airborne. They said it was airborne at one time. You could breathe and somebody else could get it. Touch somebody's hand and make it get transfer, right? Sitting in somebody's seat, they could transfer. No. There's all kind of things. They said they scared us, really. But I thought it should take the extra measure of putting on gloves, aprons, and such. Just don't get it on your person. Don't get it on your person. Pay attention. Put these things on to protect yourself. All we did was put a mask on. Stop. We lost a lot of people, man. I think that's in vain. Even the anthrax scare wasn't as big as this was. And that was an airborne type thing. They took so many precautions for that. I guess because it was localized and it was only on one particular place, yeah. And I appreciate the likes, thank you. I appreciate you coming in. This is the Live Recycle, Live AM. I'm in the AM Live. This is 2 days. I'm Desz'e, and we're recycling, recycle what's recyclable. Not just throwing anything in the boxes, anything in the buckets, they'll find you out. You need to come with pure stuff. You need to know what is recyclable and what's not. One thing I don't have the best thing on is rubber. Rubber recycling is a whole nother section that I haven't gotten into. You have rubber erasers, you got rubber galoshes, you got rubber tires, rubber on some of these items. Just had some rubber a while ago. Rubber can be burnt up and then disintegrate. It doesn't last like plastic after years. It takes a good time. You look that up, do the research on rubber. Rubber will disintegrate, but it takes a good while. Made up of different components of rubber is for different chemicals. I I got into plastic, and I pretty much, law of attraction got me to the point where I was like, I had so much plastic. And most of the plastic guys were like, hey, we'll take your plastic. We'll recycle your plastic. But you know what you gotta have? You need to have a ton of it before you bring it in. A ton? 2,000 pounds of this stuff? Come on, man. I'm wondering, how can I get this? How can I do this? Send me a sign, right? Show me a sign that I can do this recycling of plastic, different types of plastic. I went to Odessa, Texas. Midland and Odessa, like two cities next to each other. Country cities. We're very urban. Midland is a little bit more city slicker. Odessa's a lot more urban. They had not only regular recycled stuff, regular metal and things like that. They had plastic. Blew my mind. They had so many different plastics, I have to swear. I'll tell you, it was almost 14 bins. You could bring small amounts if you wanted to. They had the water bottles. These kind of bottles, that the alcohol is in, the peroxide. Peroxide bottles. The Lucas salt little canister bottles. Film. Acrylic. They had film, which is like saran wrap. All these different kind of plastics, the candy plastics. I might need to call them, find out. The questions that I'm asking these big guys here in the big city, which keep giving me a blanketed answer when it comes to tin foil and the potato chip bag. They don't want the potato chip bag. They don't care. They're like, hey, just throw it back there. Just throw it. Chuck it in the trash. They don't care. It's beneath them, but we are consuming this so many times. Think about the potato chip industry and how they're making those potato bags. It is some aluminum in there. There should be some recovery in it. I want to eat a little bit of this Lucas. Woo! Chili lime. A little dash of salt. Kind of take your breath away a little bit, but keeps you alert. Keeps you alert, and you can speak and talk. I didn't lose my breath like I ate the hot sauce on there at one time. Drink some hot sauce too fast, especially high on the Schofield test. Blow your mind. So yes, potato chips is a big industry. Toothpaste is a big industry. There's so many other companies that use that kind of foil paper, and it's so many of us people in general population that actually use these items and don't recycle it. It gets thrown in the trash. That's a problem. This stuff doesn't dissolve. It doesn't deteriorate until after a period of time, sometimes 6 to 8 years, sometimes 15 years. This stuff will break down and go back into the ground and return to earth. So you got to be careful on what you're doing. But how careful can you be? You got some guys that'll go to the extreme. Some people go to the extreme trying to recycle. That can't be always the case. Because you're not going to get everything. Everything is not explained. I'm still learning. Everybody's learning. But if you don't learn, you run into a problem as well. You run into a problem with authoritarian type of things. You run into judgment by your peers. Yes, sir. Get into the log just a second. Turn it down. Yes, and once again, it is 5 in the a.m. And this is Scrap TV. I'm Desz'e. And this is what we do 2-a-days at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, I come talking about recycling, look for the cooking on the cooking side, and I do give you something to think about and something to listen to on the music side. In theory, I'll give you a little bit of that. Something I wanted to do this morning. Life be life, and like they say. Was that L's Endeavors? As I first was introduced to her. L's Endeavors with she said life be life, and I was like, wow. And then I heard other people use it. Sometimes life do be life, right? Do the best that you can. I can't say that I'm not human, and my human side shows. I bumped my head so many times, but I figured out a way to get myself right, and I figured out a way to clear my thinking, so I can see. I need to be able to see what it's about, what life is about. And it is about helping others. You can't go through this life and not help anybody, not recycle nothing, and be a hermit and Scrooge and anything you want to be. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. You can be anybody you want to be on this internet in living color. In imagination, you can have an imaginary friend. You can do all these things, and that's not going to make you socially accepted at all. Nor would you need that validation. But if you want to be that person, cool, you can be an island. I know better that people are the key to this whole thing turning around. You must share and notice your brother, your sister. I'm talking about people that's not in your family, people that is. Cousins, second cousins, third cousins. Who knows? Stranger in the night. Imagine that. Strangers in the night, right? So, for you to go ahead in life to learn instant pedagogy between two people learning from each other, you'll come across this thing called sharing. Sharing information, sharing tips, sharing ideas, sharing recipes, sharing scrap tips, sharing lawn care tips, sharing cooking tips, sharing relationship tips, sharing workmanship tips, or occupational tips. There's occupational therapy, spiritual therapy. There's codes to civil situation, codes to your private life. You got your private space. You know, when I was in New York, one thing they said was private space. How do you guard your private space? That's when somebody gets up to you like this. They're within that 6 to 8 inch area. They're invading your private space. That could cause you harm. I go to pick up a can that's by somebody's car. That's their private space. I'm within 4 inches, 6 inches of their car. I alert that person, hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna pick up this can down here. They don't know what you're doing. Picking up this can, I'm recycling. You know, I'm doing something for the environment. And or I'm picking up a penny, a quarter, dime, a nickel, a tricycle. I'm picking up whatever it is, but I'm making an alert that people know what I'm doing. Now, if I have my conspicuity jacket on, hard hat on, people can see what I'm doing. They can see this. Yeah, I put this on. This is my prop. This is a definite prop. It never gets messed up. Probably need to wipe it down every once in a while. Because I just put it on. I just put it on and go. Make sure my collar's showing. So I look like supervisor, foreman, buttoned up. So they can see me now. I come and I'm stepping, you know, shirt tucked in as well. Do that. Shirt tucked in. Let's put a belt on. All that kind of jazz. Let's use colors that are bright so people can see us. Whether it's fluorescent green or it's the fluorescent orange. Put on my work tag. My work tag. Hi, my name is Desz'e. This is Scrap TV. You're gonna learn something from me, because this ain't about this. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I might do that every once in a while. But I'm not doing that. That is not my style. My style is showing you basic common items that should be recycled. This is my mission. This is my song. This is my story. This is my song. Praising the Savior all the day long. Right? Whoever you deem it worthy to praise. little sunblock on my hands. Okay? Sunblock on my neck, my back, my face. Rub it on the end a little bit. So when the sun comes out, I got a coating of sunscreen. I'm ready for the day. Get my gloves on. Kind of keep these fresh as well when you get a tear in them. Or they're just worn out or they're stuck. Or they get wet and they freeze or they fall in the mud and they're hard as all outdoors. You can't even get your hand in. Very uncomfortable. Keep a fresh pair of gloves so you don't transfer any kind of chemical stuff or topical things and touch your face or touch your body or touch someone else or touch, period. Later on, after the job is over, you still got chemicals and you have to detox and chemically cleanse yourself. So yeah, I see you shaking, girl. Oh. The top recycler likes Shaggy Girl. Let it be known. I like my Shaggy Girl. I love her, I love it, I love it. And see how we can communicate even better. As well as I will have an email list. Definitely, will you be able to drop your email and give me your email? It won't go to third parties. This will be an email list so we can stay connected and such. And probably better than a phone number. I tell you, with phones, it's your like secretary, right? That's your receptionist. Hello, thank you for calling so and so and so and so. How may I take you? How may I help you? What is your message that you want to lay? At the beep. So the beep comes on. You say your message, and this is the part that hurts. You've said so many messages. You might have called once. The person who has the phone has allowed their voice message to go over the limit and jam up. So the next time you call, hi, this is Shaggy Girl, and leave a message at the tone. Sorry, this user's phone, Shaggy Girl, cannot accept any more calls or accept any more messages. Mess boxes is full. I know y'all heard this. This is a reality. It was like a reality to the busy signal that you would get. And you would call somebody, and they was on the phone, before a three-way calling, a two-way calling, was about. You had to pay extra for that service. So, you hated hearing the busy noise. Man, she's always on the phone. Every time I call, she's on the phone. And then you call back later, she answers. What's going on? You know, I call usually at 5 o'clock. Oh, my sister was on the phone. Oh, come on, man. Stop. So I'm telling other people, stop. Empty your voicemail. 10 your voicemail. That's how I know we're not recycling. We're not doing it. We're not putting on the clothes and getting out there and picking up the trash on the freeway. You have to be punished by the city, community service to clean up our highways and byways. That's sad. Me, I do it as a special mission. Nor do I answer to anybody. I'll get out there and I'll do a strip. And I'll do another strip. Be surprised what you find out there in the wild grass, in the wild trees, in the wild bushes. Sometimes money is found on the side of the road or in the most curious places. But you'll see these things. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I like donning. I like that. That's a different word to use, donning. And I am swabbing. Rico swabbing. I am on that too. Getting some work done today. Be smiling from ear to ear in just a minute. I'm still smiling. So I want to be hideous. I want to be visually stimulated. And audibly stimulating as well. So we'll switch up and I will let you know. It's 5 in the a.m. And this is Scrap TV. I'm Desz'e. And we're talking about recycling. Food, cooking, as well as music composing. Got some music. I got a lot of music. I've had a lot of music nobody will ever hear. A lot of music that's locked up in liturgy, more licensing. Licensing. I would say that's the main thing, or some things that was recorded didn't have paperwork to it. Some things that I composed. I was part of composing. I still have the records. Some things on contract that I have full use of reproducing the product. That was in writing. I made sure that, hey, these guys might not be serious. These guys might go so far. They might stop, or the group might break up. Who knows? The whole group might go to Mars. Who knows? They might just screw Desz'e. We're gonna go do something over here, and there it is. They're over there doing something over there, and they said, forget Desz'e. I have the rights to the music. I'm the one who... I was the guy who mixed their music, composed it, played guitar, drums, all this stuff. Sang in the background, sometimes in the hook. I made those guys' dreams come true. I made those companies fulfill their requests. But I knew companies could fail just like people could fail. Similar to recycling, when I'm doing my recycling company. And I'll reveal that name one day as well. It's registered in the States. It's not registered in every state, so I'm not going to even say that. I'll keep that on a set until I've gotten a trademark, a worldwide trademark on the name. It's a dope name, and I love it. And it applies to the nation. Playing flute, that was piano. Flute is this. Yeah, I got a flute too. I got a recorder. I do have a recorder. I know where the recorder is. I've had a flute. A brass flute. Don't know where it is. I got a horn. Don't know where it is. Usually, I had a horn on video. It was just a cerebral horn. But yeah, flute is a delicate instrument. Something that can be recycled. A wooden flute, not so much, but a brass flute or stainless flute, aluminum, plastic flute could be recycled. And we're talking about good things. Yeah, ukulele. Tiptoe through the tulips. You know, I'm not Tiny Tim. And I think the Source can play. Now, he was supposed to be learning how to play. I think he's just strumming because it's the same strum every time. It's not a tune coming out of him. He just wails over the ukulele or the banjo. You need to actually learn how to play. There are 4 strings, 5 strings, 6 strings, 12 strings. You need to learn how to play and play it in accordance. Harmonica, you know. Got a harmonica. My grandfather could play the harmonica. He had like 10 to 12 harmonicas. And he was good. He would be breathing in and out, and he could wail on that harmonica. He was a star with the harmonica. He was supposed to be in the movie Porgy and Bess, the play and the movie. But he declined Hollywood's request. Definitely lost art playing the harmonica, ukulele, the kazoo, the harp. I could say mallets with the xylophone, but that's still taught in high school. In the high school bands, we do have xylophones, which those can be recycled as well. Making a tune, that's what I used to play when I was in the band. It's the xylophone. I love that with the mallets. And you ding, 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 ding. You're going to have 2 of them, right? And you have 2 and you go ding, ding. You can ding, ding, ding yourself and play. And what a lost art. But that's still practicing some bands. So yeah, on recycling, it's responsibility. That's the main thing I'm saying. It's responsibility. That's what I didn't see in that last epidemic. Some people just abandon their responsibility to keep their faces covered. You saw the epidemic before. The epidemic shocked the globe. SARS did not go far as they thought it was going to be. It was almost the same. But you saw overseas that they had their masks on, their gloves on, protective gear on, social distancing. They were serious about it. They had to stop that from spreading. And, the tolls were going up. And they had to address the situation. I know what I was doing last night. I was looking up Guy and Shine, the Guy and Shine show. And it doesn't come up when I put that in the machine. Under creative change, I can find it. Creating change. So I will post that after this. That'll be my replay on Sunday. I will be posting a couple other things just on my community post. There'll be a link on there, so you can see that. That'll be on later on today, and it's still Sunday to me. I had a cat nap. Didn't fulfill everything I said I was going to do. Love to switch modes and successfully to where I don't have to worry about my electric farm here. My electric farm is almost organized to what I like it to be, where I can walk in, workstation, and be ready for shipping and receiving. We'll see how this goes this week. And we'll sharpen up and we'll get everything cleaned up. And, I'll go in for that, probably that $50 haircut. I found somebody that could do the $25, but look at my hair. The hair is growing and I like that. I like it. I like my hair growing. It's cool. It wasn't growing for a while because I wasn't eating right. I wasn't sleeping right. I wasn't drinking right. Everything was go, go, go. I was drinking water, but it wasn't enough. And now I got a full head of hair. I have an afro in a minute. I can get my hair braided. Yes. Full head of hair. I still feel my youth, man. I still feel it. I can still do this. So let's get busy and let's get involved. Get into it. Let it ride. Let it shine. They say, don't hide your light under a bushel. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine and let the whole world see. This is me. I'm letting my thing shine. That's where I'm at. Props to that brother. I like to see people glow. People feel good. Walk through a casino and some people frowning, they lost their money. They not winning. They came in there with an idea to win. As many people do in different situations. You wake up and you say, oh, this is going to be a good day. And then bad things happen. I'm like, oh, man. Back to reality, right? The reality is your reality. Change your reality and smile. Bring good things to you. Exhibit and execute a livelier approach to life. Smile and breathe in. Breathe out. You're here. We made it. We made it another day. Things could go wrong, but you gotta smile still. You still gotta smile. Laugh at your problems. You'll come up with better solutions in a moment. In a moment's time. Protect your mind from bad thoughts. Stay on the higher plane. I'm on the higher plane today. I'm riding this roller coaster and it keeps staying up high. It's not going down. It's a roller coaster that keeps going up and lateral and up, and lateral and up. It might spin a little bit, but it's still going up. It's not going down. This roller coaster is the best roller coaster I've ever rode. It's thrilling. It feels good. And that's where I'm at. I love feeling good. I love feeling great about things. I say hi to you and you nod your head. You walk past me. Cool. That's what you want to do. And it doesn't stop me from saying hi to the next person behind you. They might look at me and say hi and bid me adieu. And say, hey, have a good day too. Have a great weekend. Have a good week and weekend. Yes. So these are the paces that I needed. Why did I do these 2-a-days? I needed the discipline. I needed it. My music needs discipline. I need to go back to playing 2 days and playing on that piano and chugging it out 30 minutes every day, twice a day. Just set that 30 minutes out. Water. Set that 30 minutes out and just play. Whatever comes to my fingers. Play scales. Go up and down scales. Major scales, minor scales. Pentatonic scales. Something I gotta start getting back into. I need to get back and do the 2 days where it's walking or running, a mile, 2. And I've lost the weight, right? That stomach is not poking out no more. Stomach used to be like that. No matter what I do, I can suck it in. Now I don't have to suck it in. And it's summer, so I sweat a lot more. Tone up again. Tone up one more time. Tone up one more time before you take your pictures for your album cover. I want to look like I'm supposed to. On my record cover, on my book, on my e-program, my e-book, on camera, in a live person. I want my clothes to fit. I want to look right. I want to feel right. So that's where we're headed with Scrap TV. It's physical fitness as well. See me do the push-ups, side straddle hop, forward, 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 stretch, 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 hands up to the sky, hands out to the side, hands to the bottom, hands down, bending down, you know what I'm saying, bending down, bending out, bending down, bending up, hands up like that, and then you got the cherry pickers where you bend it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, do it again, 1, 2, 3, cherry picking, all these particular exercises that was taught, yeah, thanks for the icons, yeah, I gotta move around, I gotta dance, baby, dance, dance. If you don't want to exercise, then dance. Do the running man. Do all that stuff. You don't do that. Do the windmills. To the back. Right? Both hands. Do the windmills. Hold your hand like this. 10 seconds. Stretch it out. 10 seconds. Up. 10 seconds. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it out. All that makes sense. That's burning the lactic acid that's in your body. It's almost kinetic, you know, if you're doing karate or taekwondo, that kind of thing. Isotonic exercises, you're holding it out, and you're forming. Stretch it, pushing it out. It makes a difference. You need to be agile. You need to be, your agilities need to be more than natural. More than regular. You need to be ready to do something. If something fails, you can catch it. Somebody about to get ran off. You need to be able to be fast. You need to be able to act fast and move fast. So, along with recycling, we're talking about all these things that go with it. It goes with it because if you gotta lift this stuff, you need to have some kind of power. You need to have some, weightlifting power. This stuff is heavy. Remember my boxes. I want these boxes to be full to where I want to be able to do it like that. Yeah, I know I got some money. I know I got something. I'm making a difference when that box is full. And I can go and take care of my business. This is Scrap TV. It's 5 in the morning. And this is Scrap TV. I'm Desz'e. This has been 2 days. I'm letting you know it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and I've made 5 o'clock a reality today. Definitely did that today. I did that today. Let me type in the chat. And we'll count it down from there. We'll talk about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh, look at that finger. That's the finger that got cut the most. It won't stand up straight. It tries. And 1, right? Pinky finger's okay. So yeah, we counted down. That is the end of this particular program. This has been fun. I did it. I showed up. Showed out. I even got dressed a little bit, right? Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I'm not Jim, but hey, unbutton a little bit. Get the breath in. Take my name tag off, which has the thing I can actually look official when I have that on. Look official. Just coming like I am. Or shirt hanging out. Put the belt on, buddy. Wear a belt. Put a belt on. Tuck your shirt in. Put the belt on. That's where it's at. Being presentable in public. I didn't get it. I don't care if anybody looks at me any kind of way. I'm out there picking up cans and doing all kinds of things. So anyway, this is the bonus part of the show. Bonus part of the program. Bonus part of the podcast. Bonus part of it live. Bonus part. Bonus. What's going on in the bonus? Let's look, see what we got on the paper. What's going on in the bonus? Working music. How about that? Let's go for working music. Music you want to play while you're recycling. Let's say you got a job to do. Here's the code of conduct when it comes to camaraderie and people working in the same area. You need to have your headphones on if you've got offensive music, abrasive music, music that most people are not wanting to listen to. We're all different races and different nationalities, different creeds, different tribes within a race. Coming from different places. So, we gotta work together, we gotta get the stuff together. Now, I'm the owner of my business, and hey, we watch Bold and Beautiful at 12:30. You don't have to watch it, but I'm watching it. That's my shutdown time. Is watching Bold and Beautiful, alright? into the TV show. That's my release. I watch that, and at night I watch, you know, the Bilko Show or Adventures of Dobie Gillis. The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. I will actually watch shows religiously as well as give that my show my 100,000% of attention. Don't bother me doing those shows. I'm tunnel vision. I'm locked in. I'm paying attention to everything. The cinematography, the choreography, the set, the whole set, the art director's job. I'm looking at everything. The prop master. I'm looking at how the grip is. Where's the grip? How did they grip that? How did they have the microphone set up? All that. I'm paying attention to all that. And I get to release it when it brought myself. Oh, there's a radio show that used to come on in the mornings. Then they pushed them to the evenings. Now they pushed them off the air. It's on AM radio, and it's called Money Talk. Money Sense. That's the opening bell. And, Jim LeCant and Pat Riddell. Definitely my favorite radio show on AM radio. Talking about the market, talking about what's happening in the stock market, what's happening in today's news, what's going on with the price of copper, what's going on with the new music compared to the old music, news that you can use, things about the football game last night, things about trends, what's happening in the Fed, what's happening in the Federal Bureau of, for our money, what's going on with money. What's going on with money in other countries? What's going on overseas? What's going on in our backyard? What's going on at the border? All these different things. I love Money Sense at the opening bell. And I would follow them. Whatever they told me, hey, you need to go see this movie. It's about the feds, about the Federal Reserve. And I went to go see that movie. And we were all weirdos. We were all nerds. But it felt good. I learned something from that movie. And I think this was when the commissioner was, this is before Janet Yellen got in there, U.S. Federal Reserve. And I pay attention to these things. I don't know who's controlling money, who's making decisions on the interest rate. I want to know what the trends are, what's happening with my business, what's happening with recycling business. It affects me. Voting. When I'm voting, I'm an avid voter. I vote for certain people, certain platforms, based on things that affect me, and locally, more so than abroad, or national, or regionally. I'm very much on the city type thing, and I'm quick to tell an officer of the law to say, hey, I voted for you guys to have a raise. That was on the ballot. Whatever's on the ballot, I'm paying attention. I do my research. So, as well as I want to be responsible, because that stuff affects me later on. Oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. Why? Or you can do this now and you can do that now. Oh, yeah, that's going to help me right there. Give and take, right? So, all this stuff is related to that. Stuff I'm listening to. Some guys come, let's say I got some workers one day, temporary workers, go, hey, Desz'e, I want to come work with you one day, right? Let's do this. Let's hook up. I need some money, man. I got to pay my phone bill. I got to pay this gas bill. I got to pay a car note, whatever it is. I got to pay my child's tuition. All these particular things you can do when you're recycling, right? But you got to work hard. You can't just come in here and just not do just do one thing, one, two things. You think you made some money. No, you gotta work very efficiently. You gotta be at it and agile and be able to look at everything and take out the trash. I don't want to take out the trash. You know, trash needs to be taken out because we're gonna fill it up again. That's part of the job. It's part of the occupation. Everybody takes the trash out. Me, the owner, takes out the trash. I got that from watching my predecessor, Sam Walton, who's over at Walmart. This guy had no qualms about him. He had no scruples or nothing. This guy would actually come in the store and get behind the register, scold you for not paying attention to how many people come in and how many people are in that line waiting to get checked out. Heads would roll when he come to Sam Walton. Heads would roll when he came to your Walmart or your Buds or your what was the other store? Hypermart or Sam's. Sam Walton, figure. These are his names. His brother's name was Bud. And he opened up Bud's was a resale thing. Boy, that was a lot of opportunity. Resale. So now you got a lot of dollar stores and such a do the overflow and stuff that didn't get sold. But as well, this guy rolled heads and would get behind the register and with a nice attitude. Hey, welcome to Walmart. Thanks for waiting. Let me scan your items. You know, check out. Hey, and have a nice day and come back to see us. No extra pride, proud and bougie attitude, sedity, and oh, I can't get behind the register. I'm so-and-so, or I'm this particular race. I'm not going to say the word. Heard it verbally. I'm not joking. Heard it verbally. Or I'm such and such. Or I'm this religion. I can't touch that stuff. That's beneath me. I'm the supervisor. I'm the landlord. Or I'm the owner. Or I'm the man. I'm the man. What was it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm the hemorrhoid. I'm the leader. No, man. I'll do everything. If I'm training you on something to do a bunch of these monitors, we got 50 monitors in and we got to do them quick. I got to get over there and be able to do it too. And I'm not telling you something that I'm not going to do. That's in anything that I'm over. I'm not going to do it. I'm giving you the best. I'm giving it all that I can. And I want you to mimic me in my image and my effort, that you match the intensity of what I'm doing. Let's say I was dancing, right? Let's go back to dancing. Something I've been watching lately is the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader tryout things. These are old. They're probably 10 years older. So much scrutiny those girls go through, right? You gotta be this size, you gotta be this tall, you gotta be this, you can't be too big in the butt, too big in the tatas, you can't be stomach, beer belly, you can't do all these things. You gotta fit those little short shorts just right. They're looking for a certain look for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I ain't mad at them. That's what they do. That's what they want. This is what their organization, probably the best cheerleading organization next to the cheerleaders for the basketball unit for the LA Lakers. We're talking about total scrutiny. So, you're looking at rehearsals. Let's push this table back just a little bit. You're looking at rehearsals. Girls are doing their routine, right? And one girl is doing her own move to it. That's not what the routine called for, right? That's not what the routine called for. The routine called for 2, 3, and up and down. 2, 2, 3, 4. It's that. And this one girl, 1, 2, and she's 2, 3. She's on the steps, but she added that extra move where she's sloppy with it. And it shows. They were videotaping this girl, and it shows. One girl is off kilter. And hey, Phil Dodd, we're doing something about styles right now. And this is like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They gotta be perfect. They gotta be perfect. My man, Dapper PH runs a tight show. You gotta be on it. Everybody has to wear the shirt or whatever the color is. The backdrop has to be the same. It's uniform. That's what it's about. It's about uniformity. And you gotta sing. You can't come on there and just, you can just do anything and sing different lyrics to the song that everybody knows. And you're doing a different thing and you're making a whole nother song. Dapper's not going to put up with that. Dapper's not putting up with that nonsense. He wants uniformity. He wants the best product that he can put out there. That's why he gets the numbers. And that's why I get my numbers. Certain other crews that have recycling crews, they all have t-shirts on, or they all have a shirt with the logo on it, with the company name. They all have their shirts tucked in. They all have khaki pants or jeans on. They all have the hat with the company name on it. Uniformity. And it keeps business coming back. Oh, those guys are a great outfit. They are definitely the kind of company I would like that comes back for my next event. We do this every 4 years, or we do this every 4 months. And we do this every week. And I want you to come back. Same thing with a security guard. If you're not wearing the security outfit, you're going to be kicked and booted out because they want you to look the way you're supposed to look and exude authority, respect, official, greatness. You need to be shaved. You need to be well shaved. You need to look right. Your suit needs to be pressed. All these things are serious. One more thing on the bonus. Papa Do's. I work for Papa Do's. You know what Papa Do's is? It's a seafood restaurant. It came from Doc Coffee. That was a coffee place that started in Louisiana, and they branched out, and now we have Papa's Barbecue, Papacitos, Latino, more Mexican food flavors of a restaurant. Then you got Papa Do's, which is mostly fish, seafood. Well, I went to go work for them. I was the waiter and somewhat could do some food prep. Not really a cook, but they had rules. You would have to wear that white shirt. It would have to be a button-down shirt, totally buttoned up. And you would wear their tie, I believe, the black tie. Pants had to be, ironed. Shoes had to be glossy, shined. Can't come in there with no regular ugly looking shoes or a different color shoe. They need to be the color shoe of your tie. You had to have the belt. Had to wear a belt. See, I got the visual aids, buddy. You had to have the belt. And the movie Half Baked that just came out at that time. So that was the term. You can't come half baked. You have to come fully ready. And that made it was an ideal thing about attitude to keep you in the mode, being professional and looking right and being a good patron to the customers that came in, a good helper, and your excellence. They're coming in to spend this extra money. Belos is like that. There was another place that was just like that. It was high-priced plates. You come into a place and the guy's looking sloppy, you're not going to be wanting to spend $60 a plate. $60 for 2 pieces of chicken and some beans. So yeah, you want to be, you need the aesthetics to your building and your people, your staff, to be on 100 accord. Or I go and I demand something with my recycling crew and say, hey, I need $700 to finish this job within 1 day. If I'm looking all raggedy and tacky and smelling like marijuana and smelling like alcohol or smelling like crap or smelling like animals and smelling like yesterday's news, they're not going to give me that job. They'll be reluctant to give me that job. They'll be resistant to giving me that job, that $700 job, which could help me and my family and my crew and help me put new car tires on the car, new brakes, keep the registration up to par. All these particular things, it's all about your presentation. First, second, third impressions. You can let your hair down after a couple of years, maybe. So that's basically it. We're talking about music. Was the topic of the bonus. I thought about this one day. Making a strap, cutting wires and such, cutting computer boards and such like that. It's separating pieces from the computer boards, right? And that is a satellite board, right? Comes out of a display monitor. I'm gonna cut it right here, right? So as I'm cutting and working, and I got 50 of these to do, right? Or 500 of them, right? Or 5, and I go on to the next thing. What kind of music am I playing in the background when I'm not on camera, right? Playing in the background to make me work, efficient and stay. Now listening to talk radio is a good one. Talk radio is one. Number 2, rock music. Why would you say rock music? Why wouldn't you say hip hop or soul or jazz or classical or country or young country, old country and western, old R&B, punk rock, heavy metal, slash, speed metal, bebop. Why would I say rock music? It keeps you moving. It keeps you moving. It's almost abrasive to the point. It's abrasive in tune. And the guitars are you're working. You're past that dance stage because those are it's old music. I'm talking about that 80s rock, that 90s rock, that kind of stuff, you know. Da-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na-na-na. And you're working, and you're just getting stuff done. Progressive music, some pop music, progressive music, just so you keep working. The drum roll, it keeps you working. You got your gloves on, you got your hat on, it's, you know, decent temperature, and you're moving, getting stuff done, conveyor belt style, you're doing all this, you're putting stuff in the bags, in the boxes, you just keep going, and you're not bothering nobody. Music is not offensive. It's popular music. People kind of agree with it. Now, productivity is what I'm looking for. Talk radio can be trivial sometimes. Be it that you're listening to, you know, somebody that's conservative or liberal or democratic or just wild, or talking about real estate or soft things, or talking about planning, or talking about fishing. There's all kind of shows in talk radio, or off of podcasting. You can play a lot of people's stuff and keep working, and listen to them in the background. I do it all the time, but I want that to be uplifting conversation. I don't want to talk about what so-and-so did on so-and-so's show, and so-and-so did this. I want to hear that every once in a while. And when I'm working, I want to keep working. I'm watching television, watching the old shows. The shows like stations like a 10 TV, Catchy TV. There's so many old shows where the actual audio is dictating the video that you see. So I can hear it while I'm working, and I don't have to necessarily look at the television screen. I don't need to look at the TV screen to know what they're talking about or what they're doing. I love shows like that. Some shows I gotta, oh man, let me see what he's doing now. I don't want that kind of show. I want the show that plays. I've probably seen that show probably 10, 20 times, or I've never seen it. But it's a show that they're explaining what they're doing, and I don't have to look at it. So that's a bonus, as well as not a negate for soul music, R&B, rap, hip-hop, other forms of rap, classical, jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, contemporary Christian music, Christian gospel music. I want you in a mood when I'm working. Not in those moods at all. Those moods those are more catch you spirit type things, where you'll be dancing too much. You'll be working on something and you're dancing. You done missed like 4 or 5 strokes with the drill, with the, changing tools. You're talking, you're more in the kicking mode, you got a beer or whatever it is, and you're like, yeah, man, and the phone's ringing, distractions, you're on the phone. Now we got headsets, wireless headsets, earpieces, earbuds, and you're over there dancing, and dude, come on, man, we got stuff to do. We got to finish this stuff. So that's why I kind of warn against too much hip-hop or rap or pop music. Heavy metal could work. I like regular rock music and talk radio in the middle. Talk radio, not extremes where it's pissing off your workers. Oh man, he said that about so-and-so. That's bull crap. Or you got to have a response after everything the announcer or the podcaster is talking about, or the newscaster. You want productivity. But I find that rock music is a good one. The oldies, the classic rock. You may disagree, but I've seen this for a fact. When I put that on, we get work done. You might not like the music. When you go to the department store or the grocery store or whatever store, and they're playing music, it's middle of the road. It is not an extreme. Very rarely will you see the rap music and stuff like that, or pop music, being played in stores, because you'll spend more time in there partying and not buying anything. And that's not the goal of the store. They want to get productivity too. They want to make you feel comfortable. And certain music keeps things going. I remember that song. I remember buy an extra thing of pickles or something. I don't know. But I'm telling you, what I've seen, is that makes a difference. When you put on, same guy put on, some hip hop, Devin the Dude, Scarface or whatever, or Ice Cube and all these different things, and I see the productivity drop. Because they're more so rapping along with the guy, and they're bobbing their heads, and they're doing a little dance, and not taking the job seriously. They're in that video or whatever, and they're thinking about girls, or thinking about flipping something, or whatever, or thinking about whatever it is in that song. And I like some hip hop. I like some positive hip hop. I'm gonna play hip hop. Give me something that I know, and I can keep going. So it's about progress. So that's what the kind of music that I'm promoting. And I envision myself, what are these other guys listening to when they're breaking their stuff down? And I do see the guys that play the old R&B or the old blues. And it seems like they're just more laid back, bro. They're laid back, bro. Thriller's gone. Thriller's gone away. They're moving like this. I said, Thriller's. Man, come on, man. Speed up. We're lifting something, putting it on the truck. It's going to be all day. Come on, man. So, yeah, think about the music that you're playing in the background, or the talk radio show that you're talking about. Danica once said that about what you watch on, so did China White. What are you watching on these social media? Watching what kind of videos are you watching? Watching quality? Or are you watching trash? Are you watching stuff that's not productive? I'm trying to watch something that's going to help me, something that's going to get me to the right thing, or get me to a positive outlook, or make me think or ponder something in a different way. Something that can facilitate or utilize that I can utilize later. Oh, I remember that video said you do this. And I'm listening while I'm doing it, paying attention, instructions, stuff like that. And maybe for comic relief. I'll listen to a comedian, go for a couple hours, or listen to a playlist of a comedian, a playlist of music. It's on a positive level. Positivity. I don't want to hear about somebody on bad news, watching the news. Some people don't watch the news anymore. I understand. I remember when they used to put good news on the news channel. Oh, so-and-so helped the lady across the street today. Make sure you guys do that every once in a while. Help an old lady across the street. There's a lot of walking back in the day. Or help your neighbor. This guy paid his neighbor's groceries. Right behind them in line, he paid for their groceries. Acts of kindness and stuff like that. They do get reported. You got the Adopt a Pet type segment on Thursdays or Wednesdays, whatever, Wednesday's Child, somebody adopted a kid. You got different things that still are in the program, but the negativity in the news always overrides the good news. We bring the good news back, we might have a good show. So watch what you're listening to, watch what you're watching. Pay attention to what you're getting. Out here you could be bringing bad news and bad damnation into yourself by bringing other people's spirits and other people's items in your domain. I have to wonder about that. I spoke about that the other day. Spirits. I got one shirt that I put on and I was like, I don't feel right in this shirt. It wasn't my shirt. I didn't buy the shirt. Or somebody bought a shirt or a sweater for me for Christmas and years before. Brand new shirt. But I don't like it. When I put it on, I feel a certain way, buddy. I'm like, ugh, I feel terrible. I don't like this sweater. I don't like this shirt. I don't like those socks. Some of the socks feel good for a minute and then they just choking you out. You know, the pressure sock. I'm like, take them off. And even the diabetes socks, I like those, how loose they are and how free, but sometimes those get on my nerves. Tube socks, sometimes I wear them. Sometimes I'm like, nah, I'm just going sockless. So I change my sole of my shoes. So it's about spirits of certain things. That hat, I don't like this hat. Yesterday, you see me have a yellow hat and a white hat. I like the white one. I don't like the yellow one. I don't like the way it fits my head. This one here fits good. This one's always falling off, no matter how I tighten it up. So it's certain things have certain vibes and spirits to it. And you want to be aware of that. You definitely want to be aware of that. Of the different things that you can pull into your own life. And blessings, cursings, neutral spirits as well. You want something that feels good. You want shoes that feel good. Shoes that make you want to, get up and do your thing. Hey, come over here. You're running over there. You know what I'm saying? You're being prompt and being quick with it. You're actually moving to action. So yes, in a minute I'll have an email list on there that you can come and be part of my email list so I can tell you more things, stuff I can't tell you on certain things, stuff that I can tell you via email. It's a whole nother world. And I like to touch bases with you. You can touch bases with me. Say more personal things to me. It's another medium. It's a format that can help you. If you need it to, hey, Desz'e, you were talking about plastic bottles, recycling plastic bottles. Where can I go? And how much would they want to have for me to make any kind of money? To even be accepted in the yard. You can ask me that in person by getting my email and emailing me those questions. Just a side note. So yes, this is 5 a.m., 5 in the a.m. This is Scrap TV, and I am Desz'e. And we have done this at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the evening, Central Standard Time. I'm shooting it out to other channels. People come in and they just look and like, I'll pass. You might be thumbing through the thing, I'll pass. Or you might give me a like and move on. I'll pass. I understand some people stay, some people come in with the conversation, some people just give me a little say, hey, it's Phil Doll, hey, it's Shangy Girl, hey, it's Dapper PH, hey, it's L's Endeavors, hey, it's Luciana Success, hey, it's Tantrum Nose, Hey, it's odds and evens. Hey, it's I can Ellen Smile. It could be it could be Tracy's local earnings. Hey, it could be different people at different times. Different people that I've just met. RGB, guy named Zeno. I meet a lot of new people, and this has been fun. One guy said he'd be back. Jax hasn't been back. Said he'd be back. Wanted to be my friend to the end, but I dare have a disclaimer. Cannot talk to kids under the age of 21. I can't do it, bro. Can't do it. I'm trying to keep everything on the up and up. And adults here. And for a kid, please refrain from being any bit closer to me. Because I don't play with the kids. I don't do that. This is straight adult talk. And if you're adult enough to understand that and have cognitive capabilities, then you're welcome. But we're keeping this on the up and up. We're talking about thinking individuals, thinking adults that are here to learn or here to smooth or here to actually trade ideas. That's what I do. And I keep everything on the up and up. I'm not trying to go back into anything or digress. I'm not trying to go down into any bad situation. That's just people that are still developing young adults. I feel you. I was a teacher, and I taught at a charter school where the things were different levels of kids in that high school. Some kids were kicked out of other high schools. They're problem kids. And you had some kids have problems in their learning. There are disabilities. They can't go to a certain level. Then I had kids that were above the curriculum, that knew everything. They're smart, know what they want to do. They're going to the Army or the Naval Corps, or they're going into printing and pressing, and they're doing this, they're doing that. They know what they want to do. So you had a conglomeration of pretty much four different types of kids, students in that school going in different directions. I like the ones that were on the up level. I did like the ones that were the bad ones too, because they can change and get on the level as long as they get focused. You show them how the tools are worked, or how the tools are used. But the guys who on the upper level, they speak to you with respect. They're there to get their lessons. They're getting A+. They finish the program. They go on and they do what they do in life. I like those guys. Those are the guys I'm talking about. So if you're in that upper echelon of things, of students, I'm willing to talk with you. But you're just going by life, however it goes. I don't need it, and you're not gonna bump your head with me. I don't have time. I don't have the time, nor do I have the point of losing. I don't have that point or that checkbox to lose my credibility and freedom behind a minor. No. I worked at a liquor store, and that was the part of the commission, the TABC, the Alcohol Beverage Commission, right? There's rules, and we have to check IDs. I'm not a peace officer, so you got to check IDs, and this is the bonus part of my program. This is the extra bonus, PSSS, right? I'm not a peace officer, but when we were at the liquor store, or I was bartending at a hotel or somewhere, or a ballroom, when I bartend, I have to check IDs. You come with a fake ID, I have to check that thoroughly, and maybe ask a couple questions just to make sure that I'm not selling anything to someone underage. I'm not going to do it, because that jeopardizes you, your freedom, Oh man, you can do this. Somebody asked me this the other day at one of the stores. Oh man, I need you to buy me a black. You do what? I need you to buy me a black and mild cigar, right? He was under the age and he couldn't buy it over the counter. He might have been 1 year under 18, but I cannot do it. No, no, no. I dare not. No, no, no. Sorry, find somebody else to do that. We're on camera at the register at this particular store, convenience store. Get somebody else. Oh, you ain't going to jail if you go give me a black right now, you give me a cigarette, you ain't going to instantly arrest you. I'm like, dude, they just might. I'm not going to do it, baby. I'm not going to do it. I said, get somebody else, please. Please go get somebody else. Because I'm not buying nothing under the table for nobody. Be it anything. I don't care. You know what I'm talking about. If it's anything under the table and you're not of age to get that, I'm not giving it to you. I'm not that one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Maybe there's somebody else that can do that. Has the conscience or has that kind of, they can deem themselves worthy to do that. I can't do it. My karma is too quick. I can't do it. My karma, if I do bad things come back. So I continue to do good, continue to give, continue to educate, continue to teach, continue to exude a perfect type persona. That's what I'm into. I'm into making things better for people. That's what I did the music for, mixing and mastering. I will make you sound so good. You'd be like, wow, I sound that good. Wow, I sounded like crap with the other engineer, but I made you sound that much better. I made your place look that much better. I'm the guy that cleaned up the parking lot for certain companies. Yeah, I'm here to help, not to do things on the low. Not that kind of guy. I can't get you cigarettes and all that stuff. I can't do that. I felt bad promoting cigarettes. I'm like, nope, I can't be the Marlboro man. I must be the Desz'e, the best Desz'e that I can be. The Desz'e D on Scrap TV. 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing it at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is Scrap TV, and I did it again. I made it. Yes, I made it. I'm Desz'e, and we did it. I showed up. Like, think about it. What if you got a favorite TV show or favorite radio show, a favorite program that comes on the internet, right? What if they didn't come on that one day? You'd be upset, right? Back in the day, I used to watch Laverne and Shirley, or watch Happy Days, or watch What's Happening, or watch Perry Mason or something like that, or My Three Sons. I'd watch those shows. Now, what if one day that show didn't come on? I'd be upset. Or one day that show is late. It came on at 5:15. Didn't come on at 5 o'clock. I'd be upset, right? But dang, what happened? I lose interest. I probably wouldn't show up the next time. I look at it one more day and see if it comes on at 5 like it was. Maybe my TV went, maybe the signal went out. Maybe the internet connection went bad. Maybe they had problems. Maybe they had climate problems. A tornado hit one of the towers, or anything could happen, right? I'm going to give you another chance. 5 o'clock rolls around and you're not on again, and 5 o'clock rolls around and you're not on again? No, bro, you just lost me. You lost me as a customer. You lost me as a provider or as a supporter. You lost me as a fan. Oh man, and that same thing that happens in music shows, where you go and you bought tickets. Let's say so-and-so's coming to your town in such and such month, that's 2-3 months or a year, and you bought tickets. Getting closer to the day, you got your outfit, you're ready to go to the concert or the play or the show or the stage thing, or the orchestra, or whatever it is that you're going to see, or the event, the mega event. You're there to see this happen, right? You saved all your money. You've got all your stuff ready. We're going to such and such. We're going all the way to Colorado for this show in November. And it's January. And it gets closer. October, no signs of failure in sight. But you go there and you get there. Colorado in November. The day has come. Day of the show. You're so geeked up and ready. Got your kids there ready. All your friends are ready. They're all ready. And that artist does not show up. The opening artists come on and they do their thing. And then they come on with the announcement. We're sad to tell you that so-and-so is not going to show up tonight. We apologize for this. In their place, and you already hear the boos. Boo! People getting mad and tearing up the place and ripping seats out of the ground, out of the concrete, throwing stuff, bottles being thrown, water, beers being thrown across the building. Everybody's just upset. People are fighting. It's chaos. People are upset. People trying to get a refund for the tickets. It's a bad taste in the mouth. So think about that as you are doing whatever program that you're doing. Show up. I showed up. I showed up at 5 a.m. 5 p.m. If I'm not there at 5 or a little bit before, I'm going to be in that 5th hour. And I promise you that. I'm going to be in that 5th hour. What was that, yesterday? I was in a cat nap. The last 5 minutes I like saved by the bell. 5 minutes, I'm still. And I did an hour and a half to 2 hours. I still was in the 5th hour and I showed up and I showed out. And that's what we do on Scrap TV. We did it again. This one's in the books. I appreciate it. See you guys later. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Scrap TV, and I am Desz'e. I'm enjoying this, and I hope you can learn something from this. The glass is not full, but it ain't empty. And it's not, this ain't even a glass. This is plastic, which can be recycled. After you remove the liquid. Recycle, y'all. Recycle. Thank you. Bam, we did it, baby. Woo! Bless. Yes, yes. Yes.